Smash Bros, though.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's up? It's your boy Levelhead. As I always say, back with another live and Level Gamers podcast. Right now it's me and Mr. K-Bum 20.
For sure.
And we are here to do what we do best. Well, I don't know if this is what we do best, but we're here to do something we do pretty good. And let's talk about all things games. Mr. Noise will be jumping on here shortly. Man, we got to talk about a few things, K-Bum. Xbox
Sure.
Developer Direct 2026. Hey, man, they had some interesting stuff in there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reincarnation, Forza, Fable, and then they had this pottery game. I just knew they were going to say that was going to be too big. That didn't come to me. I was like, what's up, Comic Book Crunch? What's up, Mia? Yes, get on in here. So, this is the second podcast post the new year 2026. Man. So, yes, we are in this Playground Games is Xbox Best Studio. Is that the game that was the pottery game?
No. That Playground was Forza and Fable.
Right. Forza and Fable. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Yeah, man. What's good, K-Bum? What's up, man?
Man, doing good, man. Enjoying this new year. It's been a good new year for me. I've been enjoying myself, enjoying the wife, trying to made some plans for my birthday. Again, getting out the country, you know how I do it. So no, man, it's been a really good new year. I'll say that.
Okay.
It's been really good, and I'm very excited for the rest of this year. It's been good for me and the wife.
Man, what you pushing, 55? What? Where you at?
Now, come on, now. You know you older than me now. Let's not do this now.
Now, wait a minute, bro.
Don't do me.
We ain't gotta keep it funky on the podcast. You know you older than me. Come on.
Oh,
okay, Bum. You know you older than me, man.
You lie and the truth is not in you.
Well, the truth is not happening right now, but
okay.
What, 43, 44?
43. Yeah, 43.
Dang, I got
Yep.
you by that many years, man. So you're gonna turn 43 this year, and I'm gonna turn 47 this year. Man, bro.
And close to that 50.
Man, yeah. And Keith, what is Keith? Keith ain't even 40 yet. Lord, jeez.
Yeah, Keith younger than us. Yeah, he younger than us. Yeah, definitely. Something like that.
Anyway.
The young game.
Yeah, man. Well, when is your birthday? Well, happy birthday. Don't say when your birthday here. Happy
It's all
birthday,
good.
man.
It's all good.
Whatever that is. I know it's not
you'll know because I'm gonna be you gonna hear palm trees and birds whistling.
So where y'all going? Where y'all going to Hawaii?
Oh man, no, I favor a little resort in Mexico. We got a little resort that we always go to, man.
Okay,
it's our little spot. We love it.
All right, cool. Just y'all or family? Just you two?
Right now, just me and the wife, man. I don't got time for nobody else. Just gonna me and my wife. We gonna get out and do our thing.
All right, cool. If you would, after you listen to us live on this podcast, I want you to go check out my response to the Angry Vigilante. I finally got that
sure.
in. That's a lot of editing, a lot of number crunching. I meant to have that out this morning, but my processing or my rendering froze on one of the graphics, and I had to go back and edit the K-Bum. I had to track down. I was like, one of these transitions is don't want to work. It don't want to process. It's too much for the computer to push. So I went and found which one, and it was one of them hard. I don't even know why I chose that particular transition. So I moved it out the way, and I'm just watching this thing, hoping that it don't run into any other other issues, because I was trying to get it up. I was trying to get it up before the podcast, man, so that can be done. So anyway, go check it out. See if I addressed that well. I know Nia saw it and others. Let me know what y'all think. But anyway, we got to talk about tonight. Xbox Developers Direct 2026. A few nice games in there. Forza, Fable, Beast of Reincarnation, and like I said, this pottery game, I don't remember the name of it, but those is all pretty cool. We also gonna ask the question, does Sony need or have a big three? This is a conversation me and K-Bum was having, kind of triggered by Keith, and we're gonna kind of bring that to y'all and have a conversation around, does Sony have a big three, and do they need a big three? Then we're gonna talk about Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or a new Mario 3D game. And then we're going to just let it go where we want to go after that, because we're going to spend a little good time talking about this Developer Direct. I think they had a pretty good one this time, K-Bum. I think they had a good Direct today. What do you think?
So I'm going to be quite honest here. And I'm going to say this. Out of Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo, I prefer Xbox's Directs more than anybody else. I like their format. I like the way they do it. I like the way they highlight the artists and the people making the game. They give you enough time to enjoy it and even imagine what it would be like playing the game. It's more quality over quantity, and I actually prefer that way better than Sony or Nintendo, to be honest. That's just me being 100% honest.
That's a good take. I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying I agree with you, but I'm not saying I disagree with you. They do have a good Direct. I do think it's clean. It's professional. I think they have cleaned up. Wait, what are we talking about? We got to get to what you're gaming on. We'll do that.
We'll get there.
All right. So, with that being said, we already broke the ice. Let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. All right. What's up, Darkwing 790? No, 709. Slap yourself. I apologize. Blaming on the mind, not the heart. But anyway, since it's just me and K-Bum, of course, you know what I'm saying, I'm a very hospitable and, you know what I'm saying,
here we go.
person. K-Bum, I will give you the floor, sir. What have you been gaming on, my friend?
So you couldn't just give me the floor. You got to give me all that lip service first. That's false. Anyway.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Don't believe a word. What I been gaming on? So for me, it's still been the usual. I'm kind of in a lane right now, which is just kind of basic, especially for me. So I've been gaming on NBA 2K. That's been most of my time. gaming. Been gaming on Marvel Rivals, which just dropped Deadpool. So that's been very interesting character, very interesting kit. I have yet to play with the character. I don't think it's my type of character in Rivals, so I won't probably be mastering that character. But I've been playing with some of my favorites, and so I've been doing that. I've also got really back interested in and it's not a video game, but it's a game. I've gotten back interested into Magic the Gathering, the card game. I've actually, me and a buddy went to an event this past weekend, and we saw, the usual people that look like they play Magic. If you catch my drift, I did stick out. If you want to add that too as well. But we went to an event. We had fun. We used to do it a lot back in the day, and so my wife actually found I thought I had lost it. My old book bag of cards that I had, but she was able to go through our storage, and she found it. And look at what we have here now. Okay, I'm gonna continue with story time, but I'm gonna let him have his moment when I get done.
What's up, Norris? Welcome to the show.
What's up?
For sure. I'll get to it, and we can get you back in here too, sir. But I found my old book bag with all my cards, and so I've been getting back interested in it. I'm going to try to make some Friday night Magic. Head up there and kind of play some physical card games. So that's been cool. I've been doing that. I did find something else this week. I did find my Switch too.
You find you lost it? What you talking about?
Well, it was in the house. I hadn't played it since.
Okay.
All that trouble to get you that Switch 2, and that man.
No, I have to take my wife out there get lip service from her talking about us money on spending. I'm
man.
Jesus. Go ahead, K.
Okay, I'm just saying. I hadn't played it in a while, and I had it stored from when people came. I remember, I think I stored it when people came by for Christmas break, and I never brought it back out, but I did find it, and so I'm gonna try to get back so I can finish Hades 2. I think I'm about 70-80% done with that game, and it's been so long. A lot of that muscle memory is probably gone, so I'm gonna have to learn very quickly again how to play the game, and then try to go ahead and finish that so I can try to get some more games for the Switch. So that's what I've been gaming on.
What? Wait a minute. Shouts out to Dark Ring. He said, I finally beat Silk Song, Keith.
No, read the rest of it. Read the rest of it.
I'm going there. I wasn't going to leave that part out. Just
Thank you.
Emphasize, Keith, he beat Silk Song. Where you at, sir? But
Not gonna happen.
he said, but I did not enjoy my time with it. It made me want to take a break from trying hard games for a while. I concur, sir. Silk Song, that really wasn't why I quit. I just got confused on the map. I'm gonna be honest, that's what happened to me. It's like the map just the back and forth, going. I was like, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. And I probably don't even have the muscle memory anymore. But anyway, since Keith is here, the champ is here. Mr. Norris, it's your floor, man. What have you been gaming on, man?
So let me preface this by saying I'm gonna step away after I say this because I'm still getting food together for the kids. So
no problem.
Man, honestly, I haven't really been playing like that. I just been kind of like dabbing here and doing a little bit here, but mostly I've been playing a little Mario Kart World, not online, just kind of like just playing around. I'm in that in between stage, like I'm waiting on games to come, but been playing Mario Kart World. They just released a new update, and I will say I don't know if this was a part of the update, but myself and my son were looking at the game and we were like, man, it looks so much more vibrant. I could be tripping, but the game looks better. Like they did something to the HDR or something. I don't know. Y'all check it out yourself.
I did. I agree with you.
You think it looks better? Okay, so I ain't tripping. So we're not tripping.
A little bit more poppy. It did.
They popping out.
Poppy.
They poppy.
They poppy.
The next game is Astro Chain. I started a new playthrough of that just to kind of go through the beginning parts of it.
But you did finish it though, right?
I beat the game. Yes.
Okay.
I beat the game
Okay.
originally.
All right.
All
right, thank you.
Is that a slight to
funny.
me? Is that a jab?
No, no. I just wanted to
something?
know.
I just felt deep in my spirit that was
I just wanted
that
to
was
know.
a dagger to my heart. What are you doing here?
I just wanted to know.
Oh, okay.
Curious minds want to know.
He's like, did you finish the game? And I hear,
I heard him.
voice,
I heard him.
Unlike other people here, did you? That's what I felt.
Hey, we taking shots. There's a lot of people that hadn't finished that game. Astral Chain.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh, Nia.
No.
Nia, why haven't you finished Astro Train? That should be right up your alley, ma'am. The shade. Go ahead, Keith. My bad.
What else have I been gaming on? Really nothing. I did turn on Breath of the Wild. I turned on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Look at her. Stop this. She over here. Stop this. What you don't like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
I don't understand. I don't get the interest of playing the same storyline over and over and over again. I don't get it. They go through the Cell arc, the Frieza arc. I'm like, what is this? Why?
Believe it or not, everything is there. It's just expensive. Everything, even Daima is there. They got all the content.
But you still got to go through all the arcs. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get why. Okay, why do we got to go back through the Frieza arc again? I thought the last one was
Dragon Ball Z fans are funny, bro.
I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. I don't get that. I don't get Budokai and all that.
I'm a fan of Dragon Ball. I used to buy the VHSs back in the day when they used to drop. Me and my brother, we'll buy them or we'll go down to a Blockbuster and get them when they drop. I'm a fan, but I'm agree with you. I can't keep playing the same story arc every game with every different variation of the game.
Shouts out to Chariot Man. Yeah, this is how much I'm a fan, PK Bar. I managed Blockbuster, and our store didn't have the Dragon Ball movies there. And I remember at the time, my store manager, I was assistant to him at that time, thought it was a stupid idea to bring Dragon Ball Z to the store until our district leader came down. I said, hey, I think we should get some Dragon Ball Z's. And he said, man, that's trending like crazy, man. You really? I was like, thank you. Dustin, did you hear what he said? Anyway, go ahead, Keith.
Assistant to the manager. You hear that? That's that.
Pay me my money. What are you really saying? Give me
poo on my ideal, and then the district came down with it. That's smart. That's trending. But go ahead, Keith.
That's funny.
But no, I think for me, it's the fact that it's a RPG and it's an open world. So it's not just going from story to story to story. You can go around in the world and do things. So it's a bit different. But I understand where you're coming from, and I can accept that.
That's not convincing.
But to be honest with you,
sounds boring. Sounds like
yeah.
I can choose when I'm going to go trigger this arc again. That's all. I got the freedom.
When I say RPG, I know it hurt you off. So.
I got free roam to go trigger these arcs.
When I say RPG, I know it turned you off. So it's all. I get it.
Are you daggering me now? You too? Who's this?
You too, Brutus?
Who is this? Alexander. Boy, is that right, Alexander?
Just call him Sir.
What's
just call him
up,
Sir.
man? I hope I got you right, man. Mentioning Blockbuster.
Just call him Alex. Hold on before you go on.
We are old. Ain't no feel old. I just told you I am about to turn 47 this year. K-Bum is turning 43. Keith still in them young. Yeah. He still got them young knees. He's still under 40.
I'll be 39. I'll be 39.
He ain't even 39. Slap yourself.
You said, wait, where he
at? I'll be 39.
He'll be
39. You'll be 39. Jesus,
dude, I got 10 years on. I got almost 10 years on Keith, man. Lord, what is going on here? Okay, I think it's the last year I'm doing this podcast. I think I'm aged out. I think you got to put. I think you got to put a. You got
That's
to put
funny.
a in out. You got to get an off ramp. I don't know if I can keep going, man. I'm
Is
47.
this your off ramp?
If it got to be somewhere.
He getting pushed off with in a
He's
wheelchair. I gotta
39.
go.
Cherry Man's like, wow.
All right,
I know that's young. He sound young. Listening to him sound like Gerber milk is coming out his mouth.
Good
Jeez.
Lord. Good Lord.
Jeez.
Good Lord.
He eating on Gerber applesauce cake. He's still
Yeah.
he's still at the baby seat with the bib. All right, Keith. My
Be
bad.
quiet,
My
Nia.
bad. Go ahead. It's
Hey,
2006.
two more games and I'm done. I gotta get these boys some food. Doom. I booted up Doom. I wanted to see how it played.
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal. It was $10
Okay.
on the Switch 2 or Switch, and yeah, I'm hoping that they give us a Switch 2 version. But other than the Switch 2 version, it does play. It works.
Yeah.
It's
Yes, it
blurry.
works.
It's there.
It's there.
I would
It's
not.
a game.
It's a game. I wouldn't. I wouldn't play it like that. And the last game I want to mention, because I know they in there hungry. I played. I think it was last week. They had a Madden NFL 26 trial,
Yeah, trial. That's right.
trial, and I downloaded it. I played it, and I'll never play it again. I think
Jeez.
it was on sale for $26. I'm good.
You good, homie?
I don't play sports games anymore, and I never really played football games. And but I did notice some choppiness. I don't want to rag on it. It does look good. It does look good. It looks just like what you see everywhere else. I'm not talking about 4K anything like that. It does look good. Definitely can benefit from being 60 frames per second. I don't see why they couldn't. I know it's there. I know it's possible.
I told you.
But as far as the choppiness, that kind of thrown me off a little bit, even though I don't play those games. But yeah,
Makes sense.
that's what I've been gaming on, and hopefully EA can get it together. I'm about to go on mute. What's
Let
up?
me ask you this: did you
What's up?
download it to your internal storage or your external?
Brother, I have no idea.
Download
I
to
just
the
hit download, and wherever it went, it went.
go and check. Go and see where it was downloaded at. I bet you it's on your external. Download it to the internal storage. It is going to be less choppy. Because I had to do it. It is choppy. And then when I download to the internal storage, it wasn't as bad. So, but it could do 60 frames. But anyway, okay. You got to go feed your little ones, man. So I go get mine out the way, and then I guess we get into this Xbox Developer Direct 2026. All right, so
Hold on. Well, before you get into yours, I did want to say just real quick. So the homie Alex who just popped in, that's one of my PlayStation homies that we play basketball with, FIFA with, football with. So if you have any questions about the skills of K-Bomb on any of these games, feel free to ask Mr. Alex, Mr. Serb. About it, and just in general, because he definitely knows. I hang out with him all the time. We chop it up, we chat, we homies for real. So any question, just go ahead and give him a holler. He'll let you know what's real.
So that's Alexander, right?
Yeah.
So I did say it right. All right, welcome
Just
to the
call him
show,
Alex.
Alex.
That works.
Welcome to the show. Who's that? Fuck is that? Alan Steed. There it is. Welcome to the show. Yes, man. So, what have I been gaming on? Alex, I'm a Nintendo guy. Remember, I'm the dude that did we ever play together, K-Bob? Was I ever in there with them?
I don't think so.
Was these the
If so, maybe Call of Duty.
Was these the Call of Duty dudes? And
Maybe you play Call of Duty.
Marvel Rivals guys?
No, he never played Marvel Rivals, but he has played Call of Duty with us.
Okay. He said, "Thank you for." Also, man, any friend of let me get this right. Any friend of K-Bomb. I was about to say,
get it on now, sir.
Let me get it right. Any friend of K-Bomb is a friend
there
of ours here on the show. Anyway, so what have I been gaming on? Of course, Street Fighters 6 on the Switch 2. Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei. I'm trying to I'm getting back into it, man. I had to put down Assassin's Creed because I'm gonna have to pick one. I gotta pick one or the other.
It was getting in the way.
They colliding. I going for one, and the combat control makeup is totally different. And I get into I get into Yotei and get my Yotei handed to me. So I gotta choose which one I'm gonna play right now. So I think I'm going to put UBO soft to the side and go ahead and just engulf into Yotei and finish it. Then I come back to Assassin's Creed here and there. But I did a thing, man.
Okay.
You're listening up. I know you muted and you feeding the little ones. I did a thing. So, as y'all know, Final Fantasy VII Intergrade has just released on the Switch 2 and Xbox. Let's not forget it's over there as well. Xbox Series X and X. S and X. So, I went back to play it because I'm trying to see if this is a game that I can get into. I'm trying to broaden my taste, Nia. I'm trying to open up the covers and go elsewhere. I don't have to play beat 'em ups and hack and slash and sports and fighters and every now and again the platformer. Kind of staying on that that interstate that I'm used to driving. I'm gonna go on these back roads and see what's over there and see what's over there. So I'm trying to see if this game is something that I can get into because it is a hybrid. It's a hybrid. He said, don't do it. Y'all don't give your boy no kind of encouragement. You should be like, go for it level. Don't do it level. But anyway, thank you, Nia. I feel encouraged. But because the game is a hybrid game, it has elements that I absolutely like. You know what I'm saying? It controls in ways like a Zelda or a God of War or something like that. But then it also has the JRPG elements as well, which I started kind of to figure out how to really engage this, this system. So what I told Keith is, I said, man, I'm going to just start over the demo to see if this is a game that I can get into. And that's what I've been doing. Because I do like what I'm experiencing so far. It is different, but it's a beautiful game. It looks cool. I love the story. I love the acting. I love the animation. I love the visuals. Man, everybody voice acted. It really feels like a story I would love to see where this thing going. Nintendo, please, 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 if you decide to bring a game that we're going to be talking about later on back in a remake form, please take cues from Final Fantasy VII Intergrade and add voice acting to this quality. K-Bump, it's like watching a movie. I mean, like an animated movie. It's really, really that good. And so I want to get into it. I want to like it. And so I'm trying to latch on to the part that I do like, which is the kind of freedom to attack and then figure out how to manipulate the spells and the potions and the attacks and trigger your partners and do your combinations and all that. Is this
real time? This real time?
Well,
is it free flowing action or how is it?
It's free flowing because I can attack on my own. I can literally like if you playing Stellar Blade or you playing Devil's May Cry, you can attack like that. You got 2 attacks that you can do yourself, but then when you need to really get into the portfolio of moves, you got to jump into that JRPG element, and it's not necessarily turn-based like they stop and it kind of cut scenes into it, and then you could come back to controlling and attacking yourself. It's interesting. So I'm trying to see if there's something I can get into because I want to. I really want to like this game. So I'm going to play through the demo again. I'm going to actually pay attention this time because when I first was playing, I was just, hey, man, get out of my way so I can get into this. I got the sword, I'm slashing, I'm hacking, and then I had to remember how to trigger these. I was like, wait a minute. What did tutorial to get where? What did you say? Like, level, what you rush through all this stuff for? So when I got deeper off into the game and actually came across bosses, that's when I realized I need these. I need to learn how to do this stuff so that I can actually enjoy the game for what it is. So I'm going to play through the demo. If I like this demo, I'm getting the game. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. It's reasonably priced. I think it's only like $49.99. It ain't even that expensive. So I think I'm going to get the game. And I think I'm going to force myself to learn how to play this game because it has an element that I can attach, I can enjoy, and I'm going to learn the other aspect of it. So
$39.99.
Oh, $39. So yeah. I'm definitely considering getting this game. So, Nia, what you say? This is the leveled to JRPG pipeline. I'll eat my words. Yes, this is it. This is the one. Because it's definitely not Dragon Quest. Lord Jesus, no, it's not that essay that I felt like I went back to college. Like, no, I ain't trying to do. I'm reading books. I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake back on the PlayStation 4. Hated it, not because the gameplay, but they completely ruined the story from the original and padded the game into oblivion at an egregious degree. Boy, you sound like, is that D2K in disguise? We got a D2K 2.0 up in this joint. But okay, Darkwing, all right, okay. Well, I'm going to try it out. This will be my first time. So with that being said, did I play? Yeah, Keith, I did play Mario Kart because of what you said. And I, too, noticed, and I don't know if this is me believing I'm seeing something different, but I noticed the cars are a little bit more vibrant and colorful. It don't look flushed and faded. I normally got to go in and adjust the HDR to look even like I want it. It didn't look washed out. It looked really vibrant. So I think you on to something, bro. I think it do look a little bit better, to be honest with you. So that's what I was gaming on this week. There's a few other games I gamed on, but that's enough. So with that being said, Xbox had a little something to say today, and we was there to hear all what they had to talk about. In their developer direct, first of all, let me say this, man. Let's give Nintendo their kudos. We got to, because Nintendo started this trend. And I gotta give shouts out to them, to Xbox, for being respectful to say, yeah, we copy Nintendo, we just gonna add direct to ours as well. So anyway, okay, my bad. I apologize. It's just they did start this trend. I remember everybody clowning them for doing this. Now it is the format in which we engage this stuff. But they had their developer direct for the year, the first of this year, and I'm going to say, I think it was a really, really good. It was a really, really good direct. I really do. I think they did an awesome job today, and I don't say that too quick about Microsoft, but today they shocked me with how much they had to say, the quality of games that they showed. It wasn't overkill. It wasn't overly packed up. It was kind of, we got 3-4 games we want to show y'all. We're going to give each of these games time to be discussed, and then we're going to get out your way. And I think it was really, really good. So, K-Bum, you was kind of saying how you prefer the developer direct format from Microsoft over both Sony's State of Play and Nintendo's Direct themselves. Go ahead and kind of express that, then we get into what they showed.
No problem. So yeah, I did say that because to me what it feels like is quality over quantity. Right. When we see Nintendo, and Sony does a very similar thing to Nintendo, you have the fact that they give you a lot of games some games are a hit. Some games are like, yeah, I want to play that. Thank you for showing me that. I'm very excited for this game. This is awesome, right? We get those games, but then we also get the games where we're like, why did you even take your time to show this? This is a waste of time. Why are we even sitting here looking at this screen? But you don't. There's not a single moment in the Xbox Direct that feels like that. Even the game that I wasn't the most interested in, they still presented it in a way that made it entertaining to watch. And so that's how I feel about it. I think they're on to something, man. I think they really got something good that they got going on, that they're trying to do, that they're introducing. So I'm all for it, to be honest. And I hope they continue to do this and continue to showcase this, and continue to spotlight the people that make the game, right? Which is, because that's how we got the. What game was that? That's how we first saw the hit game of the year, the one that won all the game of the year honors, was through the Xbox Direct, right? Obscure. There we go. Couldn't think of the name to save my life. Yeah, that was first shown at an Xbox Direct, and it got a chance to breathe. It wasn't rushed. You wasn't waiting to on to the next game. There was actually,
sure?
Yeah, I believe so.
No, they gave it a long time.
No. I know it was shown. It was shown at an Xbox showcase, but I don't know if it was the Xbox Developer Direct. We did first see it at a showcase.
It was done in the same fashion because they talked about it. They talked about the game. It was done in a very similar fashion. If it wasn't the exact same thing, it was done in a very similar fashion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, I was in there trying to remember.
Yeah.
No, I'm young, y'all up there. So I'm trying to make sure. Yeah.
So that's how I feel about the Direct, and that's why I like it.
Okay, so the first thing that they showed, and I got a little bit to say about this because I typically don't care about Forza titles, but I don't know why, but I actually enjoyed this portion of the Direct. They showed Forza, right? And the new thing is they're going to be in Japan. They're taking the show to Japan. I think this is Xbox's way of trying to appeal to the Eastern market by going to their homeland and being in Tokyo and different areas in Japan, having those going into the culture of car racing and car culture in Japan and all that type of stuff. That really, this is what came to my thoughts, and I was going to text y'all this, but I just said here, is it time to say that Forza has taken the reins of the premier, I guess, simulated? I don't even know if this is considered simulation. I don't know if this is the arcade version, but have they taken the reins of the car, the racing, simulation, and arcade, however you want to say, from Gran Turismo? Is that thing done at this point?
I think that's two different things. I think Gran Turismo is trying to be more of the like you were just saying, the simulation, the sim, but the Forza Horizon is different. But you might be trying to link it to the Forza games, which I don't think they make those anymore. So the regular Forza games, I don't know if they make those anymore. I think they only make Forza Horizon. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it just seemed like they are the premier racing game right now. Like when you want realistic looking visuals, it's just like they just took over that lane.
Gran Turismo is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo is not the king it used to be. I'll be the first to say that. There have been, it was the king up until I think like Gran Turismo 4 and 5 got challenged. So I don't believe Gran Turismo is the king anymore. Is Forza the king? I don't know if I can go that, but I will say the Horizon series is probably the most popular racing
That's what I mean.
series. It's probably the most popular racing series. You still have Need for Speed, depending on when they release a good one, because every Need for Speed is not good. It's been way more bad than there's been good. Horizon has been traditionally good with each iteration. So I would definitely say the most impactful racing game, if we're talking about both sim and arcade, will be the Forza series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just what I meant.
Specifically the Horizon series.
Okay.
Correct. And I meant to say motorsport. Forza Motorsport. I don't think they do the motorsport anymore.
2015.
Yeah. I'm really just
That's the
talking
last
about
one.
these two. I know they got the more realistic, and then you got the more arcadey. But it seems like they just dominating this. I mean, because I don't put Mario Kart in this lane. So this to me, they just dominating this lane, man. I know we got Need for Speed and we got other games, but even like you said, K-Bum, even Need for Speed, the consistency is not there.
Yep.
This looks good. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm like, I might get this. I'm telling you, I'm not even holding you. I like a good racer every now and again. And I'm looking for more of this style, more arcadey than simulation.
Exactly.
And I want that Need for Speed experience. I used to play Need for Speed, especially one that was on the 360, man. I would just go out just for the police to trace me and see how long I can get away from before they corner me. Like, just aimlessly doing that for hours upon hours. And this was like, man, I think I might get this, man. It's coming to the PlayStation 5. I might get
eventually.
this. Eventually, yeah, they did make that.
They did say that.
But so-
They did say that.
So what's y'all thoughts? I mean, I just gave y'all mine. I think this game looks beautiful, as always. But I've never really been pulled into a Forza or I had never been really intrigued by their games. And they always beautiful. They always look good. But I don't know. I found myself like, man, I really like what I'm seeing here. I don't know why, but I like it. It looks good. It looks fun. And I'm interested. Go ahead. Who want to take the floor?
I get my take. The last one that I really was invested in was Forza Horizon 3. I think that was like one of the first ones that came to PC, and I think that's probably why I was invested. Like, oh snap, we can play Forza Horizon on PC now. But I haven't, like, since then 4 and 5 have come out, and like Level just said, they always look good. They're always fun. They're always doing the thing. They don't actually miss. But a lot of times it's like, I don't want to do this. It feels samey and what have you. But I'll say this about this, and just kind of going back to what but K-Bone was saying earlier, this presentation makes you want to play this game. How they presented this game, how they talked about it.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you know it's Forza Horizon. And the fact that it's in Japan also helps. But the way they presented it, the way they talked about it, and it does look better than the other ones, even though they all look good, but it visibly looks better. You can see it. So I'll keep my eye out on it, definitely, especially if I have my Game Pass subscription up to date. But yeah, man, I think they did a really, really good job with this presentation. The cars look good. It looks like the scenery, it really looks like they kind of went back to the drawing board and said, this is what makes these games great. I know I think Nia mentioned making your own garage. I can't speak about the details because when I watched this, I was at work and I had people, and then I don't know if anybody know, Microsoft went down for a minute, Outlook. So I was having problems while trying to watch this at the same time. So I can't get detailed like that. But from what I saw, it was beautiful. And this is a good return to the franchise.
Okay. All right. Mr. K-Bum, what's your thoughts, bro?
So the only reason I've never really sat down and played a Forza game is because it's been on Xbox. I've always been interested in Forza. I've just never invested into it to play it on the Xbox that I've owned. And I never had it for free. So if I had it for free, I would have played it. So I never really had it. And so I never really played it. But I've always been interested because I've been a racing car driver gamer. As you know, one of my favorite game ever was Blur. Kart racer, and then Need for the Need for Speed series, Midnight Club series, Hot Pursuit, Underground, all the above, all the above. I was definitely bumping the soundtrack for Underground 1 and 2. So I've never been the Gran Turismo guy. I've always been the arcade guy. And so I did get into the Crew. I didn't play the second one. I played the first one. So I've always been into racing games whenever they came out. And I've played pretty much every Need for Speed, even the bad ones. The bad ones I just don't finish, but I have played them. And like that Burnout back in the day.
Yeah.
That was a jam. So yeah, I'm interested. I agree with Keith. The way they presented this game made you want to play it. I love the detail. It was simplicity. Get the word right.
Simplicity, yeah.
It was simply beautiful, right? It didn't do a bunch, and it wasn't like trying to like jump off the screen, but it was just simply beautiful. Is a good way that I would explain it, which kind of ties into the Japanese culture, right? They're not extravagant type of people, but they make the simple beautiful, and so I think that's pretty dope. I like the game, like the presentation, I like the way they talked about it. I like the use of the cherry blossom leaves on the ground. I like the level of detail. I don't care about the garage building and the I forget the area they call. They give you an area that you can just build your own complex. I probably won't be doing any of that because I'm not that type of gamer. It looks a lot like Fortnite, building blocks and Legos and Minecraft type of thing. But I know people are interested. But to me, it's racing. And that's why I did, even like I GTA 5. What I did for the GTA 5 online was just race. I didn't even do missions and stuff like that. I just got on there and race. So I am definitely big into racing culture, definitely big into racing games, and definitely interested in this one whenever it drops and whenever it comes to PlayStation. I might have to drop some dollars to get on this.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. Now let me ask you this. At the end, I don't know if y'all caught that they teased something that was kind of interesting behind.
Yep, I caught it.
What was that? I don't know the
It
correlation.
was a mech.
I know it was a mech,
but it may be like a Gundam. It's probably because Gundam is popular in Japan. So I'm thinking probably like it's probably a collaboration with Gundam.
Okay, cool. I was just curious what was being.
And that was in Forza?
Yes.
Yeah, it was in Forza. The last scene, he walks up behind this particular car that they got in Japan. I forgot. I don't know what type of car that is. So the next thing that they showed was kind of interesting, and this was Game Freaks. These are the people behind Pokemon, and one thing that stood out about one thing that stood out to me about their presentation is they did not mind letting you know that they built. They were behind and worked on.
Brother,
I was like,
they said the word Pokemon so much in that conversation, and this reminds me of Pokemon. And then the lessons we learned in Pokemon. And then I'm like, bro, just catch them all, bro. Chill.
Yeah, bro. I was like, they trying their best to let you know who they are. I don't know if they this will help them out. I don't know, but that was interesting to me that they broached Pokemon, the name Pokemon, at least I want to say at least 10, 15 times in their presentation.
I think 10, 15. I think you're correct. I think at least 10, 15.
Yeah, when we made Pokemon and when we worked on Pokemon and we learned this from Pokemon, I'm like, what about this? I don't see nothing in this game. Well, I do see a few elements, but this is interesting, and I got a lot to say, but that stood out to me. But the game looks interesting to me.
It does.
Keith kind of said it puts him in the mind of Stella. And
Atmosphere.
yeah, and I was going to atmospherically, it looks like Stella, and I agree
Yes.
now that when you said it, but it seemed like it might play like Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, and that's another reason why I'm trying to learn how to play this kind of hybrid combat system of JRPG, hack and slash, free roam feel that they got. So I'm gonna say this: this game's look cool. Now I'm also, it looks cool, but it also looks like I don't know at the same time.
Like I don't know. That's funny.
Yeah, it's like it looks good, but I don't know. Can I trust y'all with this type of title? What are y'all gonna do? What this game needs to be done? Because visual alone ain't gonna do it. And they got some cool, interesting visuals. Look like they drawing a little bit from, like I said, like Keith said, Stellar Blade with a little bit of Horizon, Forbidden West type scenery to me, and some parts. And they drawing a lot of inspiration from a lot of different places. But that ain't enough. You gonna have to have the combat right. A whole bunch of other stuff got to be right. This can be Forspoken again. You know, Forspoken looked good until it wasn't good. When Keith came up and said,
Good until it wasn't.
I played it. It's not as bad as people said, but what did you say, Keith? You said it's not as bad as people say, but I understand the complaint or something like that you said.
Yeah, I understand from the gameplay perspective. As far as like the dialogue, I mean, I was cool
Yeah.
with the dialogue, but
Right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna let you come in here, Keith. I think did we start with Keith? You last time or K-Bum? Who went first on for?
I started last time, but I can be quick. Like I said, I was working while trying to watch this, and I think visually, everybody should be shocked based on who's developing the game. You know, like y'all
I
can do
agree.
this. I didn't know y'all could do this,
I said,
but I think it's always cool to see developers step outside of their wheelhouse and do something original, make a new game, and because while they're developing games, they're probably toying around with systems and all this other stuff, and they're probably like, man, I wish I could use this, and now we get a chance to because I do that when I was making music. I did that with music. I'd be making something. I was like, this don't fit with this, but I'll save it and put it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like I use this somewhere else, and I guarantee that's what they were doing with the concepts and things that they got going on in this game. I think it looks good. I'm glad we got a chance to see the gameplay. They didn't go in a direction that I don't think most people wouldn't like. I think they did exactly what people would gravitate to, which I think was smart, because at first we just got the little trailer, but it all depended upon that gameplay. And I think they have a cool system with that wolf, animal wolf tree thing, whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a cool game. Like I said, graphics look good, the ideas and stuff. I keep my eye on it. I'm not like desiring like, I gotta play this game, but it does look good. Like I said, as long as I keep that Game Pass subscription, I'll give it a try.
Yeah. it looks promising.
Yeah.
It looks promising. This is what Alice T said. He says, when they stop making DS looking Pokemon games for the Switch and Switch 2, then I will support Pokemon. Okay. All right. K-Bum, come on.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too. I agree
with
with it.
that.
But I don't play Pokemon, so I can't
I don't
get
either,
mad at
so-
Game Freak. I don't even play that game. So I feel wrong to critique them. But I say this before K-Bum say what he's finna say. I was, like you, Keith, kind of like, when I first saw this game, when they talked about making it, and they showed some, like, concept art, I'm like, okay, where this been for Nintendo? But it's probably Nintendo that is not letting them do what they want to do. And to see that they had this capability, it's like, man, where was this? Where has this been? So it is a visually, it ain't blowing me away visually, but it does look cool. But go ahead, K-Bun. What's your thoughts on Beast of Reincarnation? I don't like that name, but okay. That's a long,
I
goofy name. It's long.
it is a long name. Kind of weird
Yeah.
saying it, but I actually thought the same thing before Keith said something about the Stellar Blade. I did get Stellar Blade vibes from looking at it. I definitely got that when looking at I guess the atmosphere of the game is where I picked that up. But talking about Game Freak to me felt like a C-list actor that keeps telling you what movie you remember him from, because you're like, man, I know this guy from some movie. And that's how I feel like Game Freak was. Like, you guys know us. Remember we did the Pokemon. You remember? That was us. I'm like, I get it, but you don't got to keep telling me. But it is interesting that Game Freak can make a game that looks like this, because I don't play Pokemon, but I've seen what it looks like, and I do agree with Alan Steve with the DS looking graphics, and so it's interesting that they can do this type of performance, and like Level said, it's not blowing you out the water. It's not like making your eyes bleed because it's so beautiful, but it's not ugly. It's not an ugly game. And the atmosphere looks good. The character model looks good. But there was one thing that was missing in the game. I didn't hear any dialogue. I didn't hear the protagonist say anything.
Right.
Did anybody else hear anything?
I'm gonna be honest
'Cause-
with you. I wasn't even paying attention, looking for it. So if she did, I didn't hear.
I don't remember her saying anything. And they talk about being. Was that Keith?
I said my head was down, so I don't know.
Everything wasn't in Japanese, so I was trying to read everything. So Xbox did make me read today. But no, I just. I just like I don't know, like, how alone are you in this world, right? Because they talk about how she's separated from the rest of the human race, and people are afraid of her, and it's kind of an apocalyptic type of world. It's supposed to be Japan in the very, 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 very far future.
4,000 and something. 4,000.
Yes, it's like 4062 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so so it's interesting, and that's why to me it felt very Stellar Blade-ish, because you're kind of alone for the most part of the game. You do have people there, but they're not really there. It's a robot that a guy is controlling, so you are kind of alone in this world with these monsters. And it's not until you get to the civilization do you actually see other humans and stuff like that. So it does atmospheric have that Stellar Blade type of vibe to it, but I don't know. I was more interested when I first saw the game, and now seeing the game, seeing the gameplay, seeing the fight, it felt too Stellar Blade-ish. It felt too Black Myth for me. The combat system.
It's got more.
Yeah.
A lot of been there, done that. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead. You about to say something.
It has a lot of, we've played games. That's why I said it's drawn from so many other games. I'm curious what it does unique to itself. But it looks visual, but that's why I kept saying, but the gameplay gotta be there. It gotta be right. Right now I just see it looks like a lot of other games, but maybe not as good as those games. But again,
Agreed.
this may be early.
Agreed.
They say this comes out when? They said this comes out this year. Fall.
I believe it was this year.
Yeah, they said
Was it autumn of this year?
I think they said autumn. Or was that
Yeah.
Fable?
No, Fable was autumn. Fable was autumn. You're right.
Okay. So, but anyway, the dog kind of looks. Oni, what's that name of that game, Keith?
Oni.
Is it Oni?
Okami.
Puts me in the mind of that, and to me, the fur can look a little bit better than me.
It could.
And I was like, okay, are y'all gonna announce this for the Switch too? Because it looked like it can run on there. But Switch 2 got no love today. But no, it looks promising. That's as much as I can say about it right now. It
Agreed.
looks promising, and it is a shock that, like you said, Keith and K-Bum, that Game Freak a company that is all we know. Well, mostly all I know them for is Pokemon games that look. Shoot, it's more detail in some of these trees than anything that's in Pokemon. I think it will come to Switch 2, but it was just funny that they didn't say it. I was like, look, they work with Nintendo for the last 20 years, and the first game they make that looks like something special that ain't Pokemon, it ain't for the Switch. For Nintendo.
They can't
But anyway,
say her name.
yeah, so it looks cool. It looks interesting. I'll keep my eye out. It ain't like I gotta have it. I don't get those vibes yet. It looks cool.
It does.
And that's about as much as I can say about it. But it is interesting. Keith, anything else? Is he there?
My bad. I
he's
was
there.
talking to the boys.
Okay.
No, hey, I was looking at it and hey, man, come close my door. I was looking at it and it kind of looked indie-ish a little bit. I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of look indie-ish, like it don't have that polish. Kind of like what y'all was saying about the fur. It doesn't have a certain polish. Now, I ain't trying to talk about and bring the game down, but there's a lack of polish or something that
Would you say indie-ish or like a double A, like
double A,
not quite triple A game, but it's a nice game. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like I think y'all hit it on the nail. Now that I'm looking at it and paying more attention to it, Stellar Blade ish, but it's not as polished as Stellar Blade. But yeah, I can see what y'all saying.
It's probably similar to the first Hellblade. The first Hellblade was kind of indie double A type of game, and it wasn't as polished as the second Stellar Blade, but it was kind of similar to what we're seeing here.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say like it looks like Stellar Blade with with the Ronin visuals. Just
okay.
Maybe a tad bit better than Ronin, but somewhere in there. But it don't look bad. It's interesting, but it ain't nothing that I'm like can't wait for. I'm like, hey, if it's there and it looks cool when it comes out, maybe. So this next game, and this is the one I can't really remember the name of, that I thought, Nia, I thought for sure. What's up, Dark Star? Welcome to the show, bro. I thought for sure. I was saying, I'm gonna say this to Keith and K-Bum if they do it. This is gonna be the one game they say, and also coming to the Switch too. And I was like, out of all them games, this is the game you're gonna say coming to the Switch 2, and it didn't even say it there. But what y'all think about this? I don't even know what the name of this. It's the only game I don't know the name of.
It's like Klein.
Klein?
I think
That's the name of it?
I think it's called Klein. I'll look it up, but I think that was the name of it.
The premise of it is you build what I guess they're calling.
Yeah, Klein. KILN.
Okay, Klein. You build basically fighting pottery.
It's funny.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's pottery with combat skills and fighting and martial arts. And it's pottery. You got 3 or 4 different classes. You got the big pots. You got the small teapots.
No, it's like 8 to 10 different classes. It's like 8 to 10 different classes. It's a bunch of them.
Okay, this is kind of where I was got back to doing some work, and I wasn't watching as close. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was listening, coming back, and I looked at the aesthetics of the game. I looked at the visual of the game. I looked at the style. I'm like, man, this probably gonna say this. They're gonna say Switch 2 with this one. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, nothing blowing me away, but intriguing. It was intriguing. Keith, are you on mute? Thank you, Keith. Both of them said it looked.
No, I'm here.
It was intriguing. I'm not saying I'm going to go.
No, it's a Double Fine type of game.
Yeah.
This is the type of games they make. So it makes sense.
It got like a not to be taken serious, turn your brain off. But I do think basically building the different types of pottery and then giving the pottery a skill set is weird. This is like y'all was high when y'all was doing this, but hey, it looks somebody was smoking, but something was going on when y'all. Man, what y'all think about if we make a game where you got to make pottery, and then you get the pottery comeback skills, and they go and they. That sounds crazy, but it works. And
But it might work.
it might work. So go
But
ahead.
what you can say, you can't say this. Been there, done that.
No, you
So
definitely
you gotta can't say I've been there, done that. I give them credit for trying to do something creative, and I hope it work out for those people that want to play it. But it ain't gonna be for me.
It puts me in this is why I'm saying I can see myself playing this. This puts me in the mind of Little Big Planet, the one that they had when the PlayStation 5 first came out. They had this multiplayer version that was kind of top down. Me and my daughters played it, and it looks like that guy. I can't remember the name of that particular Little Big Planet, but I still got it over there. I might walk over there once I get a floor to one of y'all and see. Now that game is upstairs, but yeah, that's what it put me in the mind of aesthetically, like that Little Big Planet. It looks. I can see my daughters getting into this and having a good time. But go ahead. Who want to take the floor?
I'll go ahead and go first since Key went first both times. You want to be honest? You know what this when they show the actual gameplay and they show the game mode. You want to know what it actually made me think about that it closely resembled. I got real big, what's that game called? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. The octopus game. What is that game called?
The octopus.
The squid game.
Octodad?
No. The multiplayer game that we played that I made you guys buy.
Splatoon.
It gave me Splatoon vibes. It did. The way that the multiplayer and the way that you got to pick up the water, because the objective of the game isn't just to kill the pots, right? It's an objective, and it's to pick up the water and to put it in the and to turn off their fire. So you pick up the water, and then you got to make it to the enemy base with the water in the pot, and then you have to turn off the enemy's fire with the water. You have to drench it, and it really felt like the gameplay felt like Splatoon. You didn't have the painting, but you had the multiplayer, and the pot themselves is the gun, right? And so you have the different elements like that, and then the way you're playing is you pick up the water that's laying on the ground, and then you can destroy the pot to knock the water out of the pot, and then you take it to the enemy side, and then you drench their fire. And it really felt very Splatoonish to me. And so my thought is if people can enjoy Splatoon, and that has a pretty decent following, that there may be a very similar audience for a game like this, because it's interesting. Because each pot you create has different abilities. There's different classes. There's cups. There's bowls. There's vases. There's jugs. There's saucers, and each thing you create is different. Like saucers are small and fast, the jugs are big and strong, and then cups are agile, are medium size, and vases are medium size. So it's I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It's not my type of multiplayer. Mm-hmm. But I can see an audience for it. Like I said, it's a very similar audience that would play Splatoon. And again, I'm not targeting Nintendo players. I'm just saying an audience that it just has to be a Nintendo game. Right. But an audience that likes Splatoon, I can see liking this type of game. And especially there's a lot of PC games that are similar to this. And so I think there's an audience for this. I think this isn't going to be a blockbuster game. It's not going to sell. It probably won't sell in the millions. But, Double Fine don't make games like that. They don't make these blockbuster games. I think the last blockbuster game they probably made was Psychonauts 2. Was probably the last one they made to be a true. You say what?
It's a good game.
Yeah, that's probably the last one they made to be that big scale type of game. And so, no, I think it's fun. I think there's an audience for it. And I think I like the premise. I like the gameplay. I think it'll be fun. I just don't care about the creating part. I'm not a creative person in that aspect. But other than that, it looks fun.
This is what it put me in the mind of is Sackboy Big Adventure. That's the game I was thinking of. If you ever played this, it plays similar. Visually, it looks similar to this game. Like I don't know if y'all behind, but Sackboy. That's what it reminds me of. Is Sackboy. That's kind of like pulling it back. Like, do y'all remember that game? Me and my daughters used to play this game. It's 4-player, I think, and you get to design your characters. You get to play the game. They kind of took a little bit of that Mario 3D World where you can play as Princess Peach, Toad, and Luigi and Mario at the same time. Keith, they kind of took that, did their own, Little Big Planet spin on it and called it Sackboy. And when I see this game, that's what it reminds me of, is Sackboy.
I was actually gonna buy that game.
It's
on
fun.
PC.
It's actually fun. It's not a bad game at all. I'm not, like, real talk. I ain't even saying that just to. Sackboy is not a bad game. That wasn't what I was really buying my PlayStation 5 for. So when my daughters wanted to play it, and at that time my eldest daughter wasn't as skilled as she is now, so it was constantly telling her to come on, and she just get lost in bouncing on the balloons, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just let y'all play this game. So I don't think I want to beat the game. You just like being in the game. We don't have the same mission here. So so anything else on what is it? Kilt? How you say that?
I don't know how to say it, but it's the furnace that they use to make pottery.
Okay. I had a pottery class. Klein.
That's how I believe they said it.
Okay.
Maybe Miss Teacher can help us out.
She got it.
I'll say this. Yeah, I actually looked it up. But I'll say this. Shout out to K-Bun with that explanation, because when this came on and I was working, I just went ahead and just focused on work. Thank God for work. I'm typing and talking to folks. But no, man, now that he said that, I'm like, okay, I see it. Here's my issue. It looks too generic. Great premise, very, you can do the little hotkeys and all the other stuff. But I think it looks too generic to really catch on. I think you'll have those subset of Xbox gamers that want to just support it for the sake of supporting it. I don't see PlayStation gamers latching onto this, and I'm using stereotypes. But I hope it works out for them, because it is a Splatoon type game. It is a game that can evolve from this and have events and all this other stuff. So yeah, but shout out to you, K1, for that description, because I definitely turned my brain off when I saw this. I was like, oh, this is a game? Heck no, I'm not looking at this. I don't care about this.
She said it's K-Illing. K-Illing. That's what she said. K-Ill-N. Killing. Kill-in. That's what
she's trying to get your video taken down. You keep saying that.
Killing? All right. Well, anyway, y'all seen it. So let's go, because we got some other topics to hit. So the last thing that they showed was a game that I've never had any interest in, but I did like some of the ideas and stuff they were talking about. I'm just like, will they really realize a lot of this stuff? Like, you can hire people, fire people, and based on how they feel about you, it literally affects the game. You can, like they said at one point, you have the choice to kill this person that basically got into this potion that made them a giant. You can either help them out or kill them, and they will stay basically dead in that same position, and it would cause people to feel a certain way about you, and it literally changed how your game go. So they got a lot of different things, but I'm going to be honest with you, and that's Fable. And I felt all I kept hearing was Ubisoft. You think so? And I was like, oh, you give me Ubisoft vibes with this one. But what y'all think about Fable? It sounds cool, but I felt like Are you gonna pull this Ubisoft on us? Go ahead though, Keith. You got the floor.
All right, a little brief history. I don't have too much history, but a little brief history. I remember my
Yeah.
homeboy was playing Fable. I think was it the original Xbox? I think it was the original Xbox. And some of the things that they were doing in that game were very ambitious. And I remember I used to hate on it because I didn't
Very
like Xbox.
ambitious.
Some of the actually, I think some of the stuff that I was just talking about with you guys off the video in our chat about Zelda and how
Well, Zelda.
what
Yep, realistic.
like what if he had to eat and all this other stuff. I think that type of stuff was actually in the original Fables.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you which one. And so what do I think about this? I think Fable's one of those very ambitious games that it's not a game that you play like, oh, I'm just trying to get to the end. It's like an experience, a world that you want to live in. I actually ended up watching this
True.
one twice because I was like, you know what? The more and more I look at this game, the more and more I probably would actually invest in this. So come autumn, I definitely am going to invest in Fable. I missed every Fable before this. I actually thought about going back and downloading them, but they weren't available. So I'm curious, and I heard a few people say something like the combat looks generic, and I was like, I don't think that's the point of this game. I think it's a world that you just invest in. They were talking about being able to get married in the game and buying homes, and I think you can do this in the other ones
step
too.
away for a second, but y'all got it.
Okay, and I think you can do this in the other ones. You could
Yes.
raise a family, and
Yep.
not only could you buy a house, you could buy a whole village and like be
Yep.
the village leader or whatever.
Kingpin.
You want to be you be the kingpin of your village. So it's like this is one of those games where you just kind of like you can play it and play it and play it and play it, or you can play it a little bit, come back to it, and do some things, and it's gonna be like a evergreen title. So I'm curious about this game. It's definitely it's definitely a time sink for sure. But as far as like the visuals, I thought the visuals they're okay. I didn't get Ubisoft vibes from this because when I see a Ubisoft game, it's just stuff scattered everywhere. Go here, you got that long compass, that long bar compass at the top. It's just nasty. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I did end up playing Outlaws. I forgot to mention that, but that long bar at the top, I don't want to do this. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool, man. Hopefully, the more and more I continue to see with this game, something that I want to invest into. Right now, they got me intrigued. I will say that.
Okay. Well, my history with Fable, what you have to understand, Fable came out pre-Witcher K-Bomb. This is pre-Witcher, which means this K-Bomb was not at all remotely interested in RPGs. Not at all. Not even a little bit. And so I did have a friend that had an Xbox, and I watched him play Fable, and I just I'm not interested. Like, I don't care about raising a family. What? Like, it's one of those build your own story type of things where you can go into the world and then you kind of create your own story. And I was never really into that type of thing. I liked it more the linear story, like more the, I'm experiencing a movie type of thing. So I was never big into that. I create my own path in the world story type of thing. And so it didn't intrigue me. I passed on every last Fable because, again, I wasn't an RPG type of guy, and I didn't care for that type of world building for sure. But I do know there was an audience for it.
Yeah,
I did know it did lose steam by the time the third one came out. That's why the franchise kind of just ended. But I did know, and I agree with you, Keith, they were very ambitious because there was things that Skyrim did that Fable had already did, and they kind of just I wouldn't say take it because Zelda didn't take from The Witcher. It was inspired by some of the things that The Witcher did, and The Witcher was inspired by some of the things Zelda did. So it was kind of like the Skyrim was kind of more like that, inspired by some of the things that Fable did, and they incorporated in their game. Because I think in Skyrim you can get married and get divorced and all that other stuff. Get an arrow to the knee and whatever. And so
Set an arrow to the knee.
and so okay, let me talk about this Fable. It's interesting. It looks very clean.
It does.
It looks very. Part of it is that there was no UI. They wanted you to see the world and see the game. When you play, you're probably gonna have a UI for your weapons and your abilities and your status and all this other stuff. There'll probably be more stuff on the screen, but it was very clean. The world was clean. The graphics, like the nighttime graphic, was clean with the light from the lamp of that creature that he shot. The little area he was in with the swamp that was very dense with the fog was very cool. Even being in the meadows with the giant that had fallen looked very clean to me. And matter of fact, even the close up of the giant was very clean looking. So I give them kudos because the game looks very good. I will say that because when they first showed Fable, they showed that ugly protagonist.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Ooh, Lord.
Here we go.
She was ugly. But they made it a big point to say, hey, you can put any type of head on your character. We have multiple, and they showed her one time and then show her again for the rest of the game. They said, look.
To be honest, I didn't have a problem with her though, honestly.
I think that was a change after the backlash from her. I think they was like, man, we better change this, let them make their own character.
It was always going to be make your own character because that's what Fable is.
Oh,
Right.
But she stopped becoming the face of Fable.
Okay.
Is what I'm thinking. That was the decision behind it. But I like the way it looked. I like the customization. I love that they're kind of digging into the roots of Fable when it comes to some of the history and the world building that you can do. I love how people interact with you. I love there's so many branching storylines that you can create yourself. I still don't think this is a K-Bomb game. I still don't think this is something that I enjoy. I wouldn't call The Witcher linear, not by any stretch, but there's a path for you when it comes to the story, right? And there's little side stuff that's intriguing, but there's a path for you and how the world interacts with you in that path. And that's what I kind of games I like. Even though it was an RPG, so it was a stretch for me to do that, but I loved every bit of it. So I don't know, but I just don't think this is a K-Bomb type of game. But that doesn't mean it's not a good game. It does look like it looks like Playground Games is giving this love, is giving it some something that the people who love Fable beforehand would enjoy. It has that newness to it, that it feels modern. I guess that's the way I want to say it has that modern feel to it. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it looks like a good return of Fable. I will say that. I think it's a good return to the Fable series, a new trilogy or whatever they want to do with it. I think what I saw today is a good start.
Okay. No, I'm reading some of the comments. It says, I think it was Comic Book Crunch says, where's Angry Vigilante at tonight?
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
What did he say?
Read it
Angry
again.
Virgin? I know it says
Where's
Virgin.
Angry Virgin?
I know what he said. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say what I knew he was talking about. But he probably making a response video to me. But no, that wasn't who I wanted to read. It was, he said, I'm wrong on that. Where was that at? No, he said, Fable, he said, you're wrong. Yeah. Darkwing said, no, you off on that level. Fable was legit back in the day. No, I'm not questioning that, Darkwing. I'm just saying the more they talked about all that stuff, it was making me think, like Ubisoft always talks and talks about all this stuff you can do, and then when you play the game, it's like, man, this all this stuff, I don't even want to engage in stuff. But I think of what is it? Some of Mordor. Shadows of Mordor had that system where you can bribe different ones to be on your team, and you can kill different. And
Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis.
Yeah.
And I love that. I beat that game. I love that. And
I couldn't do it, man. I tried to get through that game.
What? I beat a game that you couldn't get through?
Man, I got I was like, all right, next game. I can't. I
I,
don't feel
I,
like it.
I only played about the first 30 minutes of it.
I liked it.
Yep.
I,
I was like,
I couldn't get into it.
I liked it, man. I liked it. I liked the combat system. I liked the whole bribery and killing the different lieutenants, and then all the different things they wanted to do. I would say the last boss wasn't all that, but I enjoyed that game. But yeah, so I'm not saying I wouldn't try out Fable, but I want to see more of it. But it does look cool. I listen to all the things y'all said, so I think y'all handled that topic fairly well. So let's give our grade, and then we go into these other topics real quick, and then we get out of here. What was your overall grade for this direct? They want us to. They know we got to do that part. What was your grade?
Microsoft has been very consistent, so I'm gonna give them their flowers for that. I don't play all their games, even though I got Game Pass. But I will say that when it comes to showcasing the games and going back to what K-Bone was saying that they do a really good job of showcasing their games, and they really took the feedback and have really stepped up their showcases. So I said all that to say I want to give them a solid B.
All right, a B from Mr. Norris. K-Bun, what is your grades? And I want the comments to give me their grades as well. What are y'all grade that's tuning in?
Well, I've been going back and forth with the grade that I want to give them, because I did enjoy the format. I enjoy the way they present. I even enjoy kind of the visuals of whoever is the what is that name that they call that person that's on staff? Whoever takes care of how to shoot the scene. I forget what they call them. An AD. I think that's the name of it. The art director. I'm not sure, but whoever takes care of how to shoot the interviews, I think they do a great job because it looks very clean. It has unique angles. It has color. It's vibrant. It has an active background. Whoever chooses how to shoot those shots does a great job. The content is good, even though the great games may not be the games that I want to play. It's still entertaining enough that I'm locked in the entire time. And so since this wasn't the games played weren't my favorite games, or it wasn't great games to me per se, I can't give them a B plus because I think that's a little bit too much. Because I didn't enjoy all the games, but I enjoyed the way they presented it. So I'm dropping it down to a solid B.
Okay. Shouts out. Solid B. Shouts out to Angry Vigilante. He said, I have been provoked. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. What you say? Just remember, Level, this is no longer our Nintendo. This is definitely not my Nintendo. I can't agree with that. I think Nintendo is doing their thing right now. I'm gonna give it a B plus. I'm gonna give it a B plus for every reason that y'all stated. And going back over this again, I'm gonna give it a B plus because of this. It wasn't over bloated with nonsense. Each game had something that was intriguing because we ever talked about every game in a Xbox.
Well, this is the developer direct, so they only show about 3 or 4 games.
There's only 4, but even when they had other developers direct, we never talked about all the games. We skipped over a lot of stuff. We didn't skip over anything. Literally, it's an hour and 28 minutes in. We talked about this and talked about each game glowingly. K-Bum broke down a game about fighting pots and told you what the game was about and changed your mind on it.
No.
Well, you said
I still don't want to play it.
I ain't say you want to play it, but you said, "Oh, okay, I got a different take." I'm gonna give it a B plus because it was well presented.
Yeah,
it was well paced. Each game was interesting enough to where I didn't feel like it was wasting my time. That's what you want. I may not want to play all these games. I think Forza and maybe Fable, and maybe the Pots. what was the name of that? Beast of Reincarnation. I
Yeah.
think it looks cool, but I don't, like you said earlier, Keith. I'm kind of burnt out on the swordsman. I got Yote, I got Shadows. I got enough with that right now with the swordswoman stuff. So, but yeah,
There's only so much you can take.
yeah, even though Fable has swords too, but it's much more than that. But right now,
yeah.
the main thing I want to play out of this is Forza. I want to play Forza, man. Like, I'm really going to get Forza. And
Yeah.
the other one, it'll depend on my daughter like it. So I like what I saw. They made me
If
wanna buy
the
Forza.
online racing is good, I'm definitely getting Forza. If the
Right.
online part is good, I'm definitely on that.
I gotta
Dark
say-
Star said, laugh out loud, Beast and Fable were all I cared about. You didn't like the fighting pots? You don't want to go back to Ghost? Got a special one that y'all can make these pots in these games and then break them fighting each other? You don't want to do that, Dark? Come on, Dark. Anyway, go ahead. Who was going to say something?
I do want to say something. K-Bone, you are absolutely correct. I went back to look at 2025, the Developers Direct, and there it is. Expedition 33 was in
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Also, just to talk about it, Doom: The Dark Ages, South of Midnight, and
Clay
Ninja Gaiden 4 was in there.
We
Huh?
talked about all those.
We talked about all those. And Ninja Gaiden Black. When I told Lewood, I said, you're going to be fighting that camera more than you fighting them ninjas.
That's true.
Dude, I'm so off of, and I don't think a lot of people know what Clay Fighters is. Coming
Play
back.
fighters.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Clay
this is
Fighter
one-
64? Or
people
63 and a half?
People don't remember this game. I thought this game was gonna be stupid until I actually played it. It's like, man, this game is dope. This is the 64 version. You go back, Comic Book Crunch. How old are you now? Now you telling on yourself now, sir. How old are you?
If you know Clay Fighters, you are telling on yourself. If you know Clay Fighters, your knee hurt right now.
Right. I used to love the Elvis Presley dude, man. The Elvis Presley dude used to have me cracking up in this game.
I didn't play it, but I knew about it. I did not play this
Man,
game.
Clay Fighters was fun, man. It was low key. Took some skill too. Yeah. What was his name? Blues Suede Glue. That was his name. He was funny.
Impersonator, Bonker, a crazy
But
clown.
anyway. So. No, get it. Take her out to get it. Okay, so
Don't boo boo.
he said 42. Okay, yeah, you up there with us. That makes sense. You because I know Keith was barely he's still on that
Here we go.
that Gerber sauce.
Here we go. Here we just passed your bedtime. Just passed your bedtime, sir.
I know. I'm getting tired. Why you think I'm saying we gotta move on? But anyway, so
that's funny.
let's go to the next. All right, so we had an interesting conversation. And Keith was like, what was that, Keith? You had a video. Was it a video? What was it that triggered that conversation?
I was watching a video, and I think somebody in the comments, you talking about the
Oh, yeah. Let me
I was watching
find it.
something.
Okay, so y'all so we got to talk about does Sony, and I guess we could ask Microsoft as well. Can we name, the question is, do they have a big three? And then the next question is, do they need one? We know Nintendo has a big three. The question is, does Microsoft and Sony?
But for the people not familiar with Nintendo, can you name the big three for Nintendo for me?
The big three, well, Nintendo got a lot of big threes, but my big three for Nintendo will be Mario, Zelda, and I would say Metroid, but most would say DK, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that fair? Is that fair?
What?
Is there a big three, or is there I got a personal big three?
Okay. I think okay, let me answer this the way I always assumed the third of the trilogy was was Metroid. I came to find out that it was Donkey Kong. Am I wrong on that?
You might be right. I don't know.
Okay.
Pokemon. I don't know.
Okay. Darkwing said Mario, Zelda, Metroid. Okay. Nia said Mario, Zelda, Mario Kart. I'm talking about what? Nia, come on, this for real. What is Mario, Zelda, or Animal Crossing? What has always been considered the big three of Nintendo? Is it Donkey Kong or is it Metroid? Which one is? We know it's Zelda and Mario.
I think it's Donkey Kong.
Is it Donkey Kong? Because that's what I thought. I thought it was. I thought it was Metroid, and I found out that it was Donkey Kong. Now Nia's saying Pokemon.
She might be right though, because
Pikachu
is right there. Pikachu is right there with
so it's probably a big four.
With Mario.
That is true. Pikachu is very. When I was in Japan, I wasn't just in the airport. Pikachu was everywhere. Pikachu was literally on billboards, on soda cans, on seats, it was everywhere. And so I saw very little Mario, a lot of Pikachu.
I got to get to this. I'm going to find what led to this. But so the question is, we got to identify what is Nintendo's big three. We got to narrow it down. We know the two is Mario and Zelda. Them are you cannot exchange them. You can't take them out. Mario and Zelda are clearly in the big three. Who is the third wheel? Is it Metroid Prime? Is it the Metroid series? And it doesn't matter about sales. It's the belovedness of it. Is it Metroid? Is it Pokemon? Or is it Donkey Kong? I thought it was Pokemon. Metroid, but I think it's Donkey Kong. So we got to narrow it down. Everybody give me who is supposed to be that third wheel. Is it Pokemon? Is it Donkey Kong? Is it Metroid? I need to know. And then we're going to move on to flesh out the conversation. And then I'm going to find that video that keeps
I'm going to say I don't know if I can have an opinion. I don't play Nintendo stuff. Even the big two, I don't play. But if I had to say big three, I would side with the Pokemon one, because I think that's been consistent since, I guess, 64 days. That's been the very consistent part of the makeup of Nintendo.
Okay. So you said Pokemon.
But does it have to be a first party? It has to be a first party game, though. Pokemon's not first party. It's still like second party, right?
Well, they're on like
49%.
Yeah.
But if it has to be made from a first party studio, which Game Freak is not a first party studio, then it has to be. Then I would say either DK or Metroid. So then I would lean towards Metroid if it has to be from a first party studio.
Okay. So we're gonna sit Pokemon to the side. So it's between Metroid and Donkey Kong. Who is the third wheel? Is it Metroid or is it Donkey Kong? Both of them kind of fell off. So they kind of in that same lane. Who is it? And
Kirby is not popular that I know of. I'm sorry.
Kirby got a following, but it ain't on that level.
No, it's not big three level.
Got to be Donkey Kong.
Does it? So we trying to say Samus? we really not gonna consider Samus?
No. And according to Google, Nintendo's big three, this is AI, are almost universally considered to be Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Pokemon, representing their most iconic, consistently successful, and best-selling franchises, though some debate arise with Pokemon partially third-party status, leading to discussions about Kirby or Animal Crossing as replacements.
Ooh.
Animal Crossing is super successful.
It is?
Yes.
It is. That is a true statement. But it hasn't been with Nintendo. It hasn't been there for the long run. Right? It came out, the Wii days?
No. It actually started in the N64 days, and then it got
Okay.
moved over in the US to the GameCube.
Got
So
it.
in the US, we didn't see it until the GameCube, but it
Got
was
it.
actually started on the N64. So it's been
So,
around.
so I found the video.
That's a
Here
good
it is.
question, bro. We always forget about your exclusives.
What? Of course I have a big three. We all do. What do you mean?
Let me guess. Pokemon, Mario Party.
What, bro? You mean Mario Kart? And what about Super Smash Bros? Splatoon, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. You missing some pretty big names.
That would defeat the purpose of a big three, bro. This cat naming all his games.
Okay. Well, which games do you think would be in your big three? The Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, and probably Mario.
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot about Zelda.
Yeah, because you too
They added
busy
Pokemon.
raising your prices. No, it's a genuine question. PlayStation, what would your big three be? He talking a big game, right?
Bro, he ain't got no big three.
If it
He
can be
need
third
help, bro.
party,
Why you think he
then I
calling
would
on
say
us? 'Cause he
Pokemon.
needed
If
games, bro.
third party is not a part of the big
God
three,
of War,
then
Spider
yeah, I don't think
Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank, Crash
Okay.
Bandicoot, Twisted Metal. Should I keep going? No, Tat, should I keep going? Because I'm just trying to figure out why you chose to speak. Like, what's your big three? Then, let me guess. Here he come. Fable, Gears of War, Halo. Like, bro, you see where that got you? Look around. You don't have a big three, bro. You're not even a console anymore. You're an entertainment.
Yo, Nintendo, you got a big three?
That's a good question, bro.
So-
we always forget about your exclusives.
What? Of course
So the big three he said for Sony was God of War, Uncharted, Last of Us, which I would agree with to an extent. And then he kind of went off track to me. He said Ratchet and Clank, which I love, but I don't think that's. He said Twisted Metal. We haven't even gotten to Twisted Metal in how many generations? Like, come on. And then he said Spider-Man. Like, if Pokemon can't be in there, Spider-Man definitely can't be in there. So, okay, I'm going to give room for Pokemon to be there because Nintendo does own Pokemon. And
then it's Pokemon.
and it's exclusive to Nintendo. It can't go anywhere else. So
Okay.
out of the games that I named, then Metroid and DK got to move to the side. It got to be Pokemon.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So now we got to go to Sony. Does Sony have a big three? Now I got my list who I think, but and it brings up another conversation. But I got it. My big three is Uncharted, God of War, Last of Us. That's to me that's Sony's big three. It can't be Crash Bandicoot because Crash Bandicoot is on all systems. It can't be Spider-Man because Sony does not own Spider-Man. They own the right to make the game, but they don't own the character.
They do own the character in some aspects.
Okay, right.
Which one?
Spider-Man. Well, they own Miles. They own Miles, or they just own Spider-Man. Peter.
No, they own Spider-Man people in some aspects.
Okay.
And video games and movies, they own that character, which means they're the only one that can do something with the character.
And Nia, you jumping the gun, Nia. Don't jump the gun because K-Bum made a statement that I want to go somewhere, so you already jumping into it. So I said Last of Us, God of War, Uncharted. I just gave my reasons why all those other games. Ratchet and Clank is a great game, but it's not a big three. It's a good game. Like I said, Crash Bandicoot, no. Spider-Man, it can't count for Sony. They don't own. They didn't create that character. So those are big three for me. K-Bum, Keith, give me your big three, and then we go to the next part of this.
Sure. God of War, Gran Turismo,
Gran Turismo. I didn't think about Gran Turismo.
and I'm going in between The Last of Us and Horizon.
Horizon.
The reason
Forbidden West
Horizon, the series.
over Uncharted. Anyway, go ahead. It's your big three. Let me stop.
Yeah, over Uncharted. But I was tossing it between The Last of Us and Horizon. I think I'm gonna go with The Last of Us. I think I'm going to go with The Last of Us. So, God of War, The Last of Us, Gran Turismo.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay, everybody saying Sony owns Spider-Man. They own the rights to Spider-Man. What I mean is Spider-Man is a Marvel comic character that was created by Marvel that Sony has the rights to.
They have the rights. They don't. They have the rights to the
right.
character. They don't own the character.
Like Nintendo
That's
owns Mario. They own Mario. It's they IP, they character, they created, they produced, they developed him into who he is. Donkey Kong, Metroid, Kirby. Like Sony owns Uncharted. They own Nathan Drake. They own Kratos. They own Ellie and Joel. That's theirs. That Spider-Man is here before Sony even made PlayStation. So we can't give them Spider-Man. We can't do that. That's like saying they own Superman. No, they don't. They own the rights. But so Keith, you said Turismo, Last of Us, God of War.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to Sony, the Sony guy here, who voice is only the true voice that counts outside of myself because I am a Sony fan. What's your take, man? Who is it? Then we can go to that second part.
Okay. So who is the Sony big three? I've come here to say that Sony does not have a big three.
Fair enough.
Sony does not have a big three. Here's what I got to say about that. And here's why I say Sony does not have a big three.
Let's go to what Neil's bringing up. Go ahead. I know where you go. Go ahead.
So Sony doesn't have a big three because they do not have a title that has existed throughout the time, the generations of Sony. If we go back, we're gonna have a little history lesson here, right? So if we go back, but even then they're only like 5. I don't really count Gran Turismo. I mean, that's probably the closest thing that you can count because it's very close to who Sony is. But we said big 3, not big 1. But if we go back to the history, right? During the PS1 days, the mascot easily, or the big mascot easily would have been Crash Bandicoot. There would have been no question who what the biggest title of Sony was at that time. That did not fully carry over into the PS2, PS3 era. During the PS2, PS3 era, you had Jackson Dexter, you had Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, and Sly Cooper. Right, and even the PS1 days, you had Spyro the Dragon. Yeah, Spyro the Dragon. Those titles outside of
Siphon Filter, don't forget about
Siphon Filter. Yeah, Siphon Filter, exactly. Those titles, and even for a minute, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Dang, sure did. Tekken,
and it found itself. But it found itself in other systems as well, so they kind of delete themselves from being considered. But so in that era, they didn't really, those guys from the PS1 era didn't really repeat, didn't really show up the same, right? And then when you go to the PS4 eras, you don't get the continuation of Jackson Dexter. You get Ratchet, but you don't get Sly Cooper. You don't get Spyro. You don't get Crash. You get new mascots. You get Kratos. You get PS2 era was Kratos as well. Let's not say that. He came out in the PS2, and then at the end of the PS2 era as well. But then you also get the Kratos for the PS3, which was the kind of the last one. The PS4, Kratos wasn't that good. You get your Nathan Drakes, you get your Horizon, you get your Spider-Man.
What was
right?
the Ascension for Kratos? Was that Ascension?
No, Ascension was still no. That was God of War 2018.
Oh, that's when he came back. Yeah, that was good. You said it wasn't good. I was like, wait a minute, was that Ascension?
No. Sorry, I apologize. The PS3 God of War wasn't. Sorry.
Yes.
So the last of the trilogy was good. The Ascension was not. Right. And so at the end of that, the PS5 era, right, we only have like 3 first-party Sony games anyway. So even that is not continuing. And so in different areas of Sony, they have different kind of mascots. And I said I'm gonna repeat just a little bit of what I said from the chat, right? The reason why I said this is because if you look at let me get to my comment. So I thought that was
I thought it was
very well stated. So when we talk about these mascots and these big three, we have the fact that God of War sat on the shelf for about 5 to 6 years before they came out with a new God of War, right? It sat on the shelf until 2018. You have Uncharted and Last of Us devs. So Uncharted and Last of Us was the same dev. They've moved on to make other games. They no longer make Last of Us or Uncharted games. They're on that Interstellar game now. They've already moved on. Killzone developers, which was probably would have been considered one of the Sony's big titles during the PS2, PS3 era, they no longer make Killzone. They are now making Horizon games. They don't find the need to continue that legacy. When you look at Ratchet and Clank, yeah, we got one in the PS5, but they're making Spider-Man, they're making Miles Morales, they're making Wolverine. They're making more Marvel titles now, which they could be making more Ratchet and Clank, but they're not. They're moving on and making other type of games. They're not holding on to this historical game and kind of godfathering that game in, very similar to how Nintendo godfathers know that their main characters and actually put those characters in other games. Sony's tried that and it just never really worked. And even my favorite Infamous that I'm still crying because I want another Infamous. They're making the Ghost of Tsushima. They're making other games. They're not making more Infamous. They're not making more of those games.
Read your post. I got it pulled up here. I ain't got a whole conversation here, but I do got what you said up. So he says Sony doesn't have or need a big three. They are not afraid to step away from their mascots. God of War sat on the shelf for years until 2018 came out. Uncharted / Last of Us devs have decided to step away and make other stories. Killzone developers moved on to Horizon games. Ratchet & Clank devs focus on more Marvel content. And my beloved Infamous, oh, you did read this, are focused on Ghost. I don't think Sony focuses on keeping around mascots. If they do, it would most likely be Astrobot. This is what triggered this conversation, people. Okay.
Actually, there's two pieces. So if they want to consider a mascot, if you would have said the PS3 era, it would have been Little Big Planet, right? They were trying to push that to be its big title. It didn't work. It got dropped. And now Astrobot is taking up that mantle because they're even trying to do nostalgia in Astrobot. But I just don't see who would be the big three or these mascots type of characters in Sony because they don't focus on keeping those games around. Those developers have freedom to go make other games. And I think that's kind of why, Sony doesn't really focus. I think they've tried and I think it's failed. And so they don't try anymore. They just try to create great stories and keep them fresh. That's my point. That's how I feel about it, but I'm not, that's just my point of view.
Okay. And now I'm trying to make sure because they don't need to see all what we talk about in our chat. But let them see this. We might be arguing. I got to make sure are we fighting in this or we just talking culture. So, okay, this is my response. I said this needs to be a topic, which you see as a topic. Does Sony have needed big three? And this is the second part. Is it smart to leave killer franchises dormant or abandoned outright? Personally, I believe we should get an Uncharted, God of War, every generation. Last of Us, not so much. And the reason I said Last of Us, not so much, is because Last of Us is heavy. It's a heavy game. I got to literally build my mind up to even play it.
That is heavy.
Yeah. And then I went on to say, and I'll explain this, you don't kill Indiana Jones. So, like what K-Bum said, Sony is, and he made a very Sony person who plays these games. I didn't even really focus on it like that. Sony don't stick around with their titles much.
No.
So when I say you don't kill off Indiana Jones, to me, Kratos is Indiana Jones. Drake is Indiana Jones to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
these are characters that is like with Drake. There's so many stories that could be told because Drake is not nothing but a treasure hunter, historical, finding lost places. That's Indiana Jones. That's Lord Croft. You don't kill them type of characters off. You keep finding new ways to build them back up and bring them back and introduce them with another story, with another plot, with another venture to go on. They evergreen. Kratos, he went from Egypt. Now he went to Nordic. Now he might. I mean, he went
Egypt?
from
You want to try that again?
Rome,
You
yeah,
want to try to
Rome,
Egypt again? Okay, there we go.
He want him to go to
Roman,
Egypt.
Greek. I do want him. That's why I was Greek, Roman, Nordic. Now we hope that he goes to Egypt. So you don't kill these characters off. Last of Us, yeah, you got to do a lot to keep Ellie making sense to keep playing Ellie. And Joel, you killed Joel off. You be playing as Ellie. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying? So is it smart to do what they're doing? Shouldn't some of these characters, because if we be real, at least Xbox have kept Forza, Halo, Gears.
Yeah.
They got some.
They've been there since the beginning.
Jesus, they might have a big three.
They have a big three.
But yeah.
They still don't sell consoles.
They don't.
And they still don't sell consoles.
The criteria.
Let me jump in here though.
Hold up. The criteria is if K-Bum is setting the criteria, these games gotta see life in every generation. Every title I name is every generation.
Yes.
Go ahead, Keith. You got the floor. You
made me, just by saying that, almost made me forget what I was going to say. But I think, but to that point, I think the reason Sony doesn't have a big three is because they give us 2 or 3 titles in one generation. And I think maybe if they didn't do that, and I don't know how Sony fans feel about this. We have one here. But what if they were to do the Uncharted game on this PlayStation, and then the next generation comes out, they give us the sequel or follow up to that game? I don't know if Sony fans can wait that long, but I think that's why they don't do it, because I'm not saying you're burning your consumer out, but you might be burning your consumer out is the reason why they don't do it.
Well, interesting you go there, because the conversation literally goes there between me and K-Bum, which you already know. K-Bum said, personally, I don't believe we should get an Uncharted and God of War every generation. I don't need one every generation. If you run out of ideas, stop making them. I was cracking up when I read that. This is my response. They made too many, this goes to what Keith was saying, Uncharted games during the PlayStation 3 and burnt out after 4, which if they were smart, with Uncharted, we will be getting the third one now. I jacked that all up. I don't count Uncharted 1. 2 is the one I start with. And that's true. 1 is there, but I think 2, 3, and 4 are the ones that I look at. But that they made too many Uncharteds during the PlayStation 3. The first one I felt like was a beta, or what you call that, K-Bum, Keith, a trial type, like trying to figure out an idea.
A pilot. A pilot.
Yeah, that's a good way. A pilot. I think 2 was the actual beginning. Then you got 3, which I think 3 was good, but rushed. We didn't need 3. I think 4 is excellent. And now we should be getting 4 should be coming now, and 3 should have came when 4 came. 4 could be 4, but we should be getting another Uncharted now. So we should have got Uncharted 2 with the PlayStation 3. Uncharted 4 should have been 3, and we should be getting a new Uncharted now. And it wouldn't feel like they overdoing it. But the Prime series gave us 2 Metroid Primes on the GameCube. We got 2 Zeldas on N64. So it happens.
We typically do get 2 Zeldas, but normally They're two wildly different Zeldas. We with the Tears and the Breath of the Wild, they follow right behind each other. Oh yeah, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, they was in the same vein too. But
Okay.
typically they're different types of games.
Okay. Well, we
As
we
as the Sony fan, I'll respond to that statement. As the Sony fan, so this is my realm. How I feel about these things is if you have a good story, tell it. If you can tell the good story in 2 years, you tell the good story in 2 years. Uh, is I don't need majorly changing graphics each time you make the game. It needs to feel new, but it doesn't need to be this amazing new technology each time. I feel once you're done with your story, I don't. I rather for you not to milk your characters. It's kind of how I stand with that. You know, because if you, it's similar with a movie, right? You say you don't kill Indiana Jones. Cool, you don't kill it. Did you see Indiana Jones 4? Did you see 5?
I like first of
Do
all,
you
I
see how
low
bad those
well,
movies?
well, hold up. I low key. I know we shouldn't like 4, but I actually do.
That
I
was
don't like
horrendous.
I
The
don't like
the flying
5.
monkeys, the
I,
flying monkeys, the one with Shiloh Buff and the
Shiloh
flying
Buff,
monkeys.
I like 4. I really
Ah!
do. I like 4. Shiloh
Kick rock.
Buff, Shiloh Buff got a way of. I know he over
Dire.
top and silly and stupid and don't make any sense and his yelling is
Mm-hmm.
out of place, and yet
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am entertained.
Mm-hmm.
5, when they went back into the past,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, this not. I don't like this. I did like 4 though. I did like 4, and I know I'm not supposed to like 4, but I did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Low key, I'm just
And
being
at,
honest.
at,
I know I'm
at
not
When they
some
supposed
got
to,
to
point,
but I
that,
did.
just like Star Wars should have killed off Palpatine, sometimes you do need to kill off your Indiana
No, what
Jones.
I think what they messed up is they should have passed the baton from Harrison Ford to a new person. I think that's what they should have did, and I think
They
they
should
was
have never
trying
introduced
to.
Alien.
I think they was trying to with Shia Buff, and it messed. It just screwed up. He
It was
wasn't the right
bad.
one.
It was bad.
I got it. We got to get this last one out.
Okay.
So
Okay.
me and Keith got into a back and forth, and
Healthy
this was
back and forth, guys. Healthy.
healthy back and forth. We sometimes we not arguing. That's why I couldn't. I
Sometimes.
was making sure. I was like, let me see what's next. Oh, we got the arguing right there. Let's y'all don't need to see that. We act like brothers in that chat room. I'm like, God. But anyway, the thought was, I think I was listening to either. I think I was listening to Nintendo Prime or Player Essence. Yeah, it was Nintendo Prime, and he was talking about these rumors that it may be a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. The rumors are saying a new Mario 3D game, and it triggered a thought that I wanted to have, and I kind of started it up with Keith. And the thought is, at this present moment, which would we rather have? Would you rather have a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, or would you rather have a new Mario 3D game for the Switch 2 this year? Me, as much as I love Mario and I love his 3D platforming and all that, if I had the opportunity to get back in Ocarina of Time and it's a remake in line and in tune with like Final Fantasy VII, Resident Evil 4 remake, something like that, give me Zelda Ocarina of Time. All day, every day, every second of the day. Give me Ocarina of Time. So Keith, come on in with it. What's your thoughts here, man? If you had,
Yeah, I think
go ahead.
I was gonna say I think me and you are aligned here with this. And I think I told you I was like I didn't want to just answer the question right out. I said I got caveats.
Oh, go ahead.
If and it all depends on Zelda. It all depends on the remake of Ocarina of Time. Like you just mentioned, if they don't go all out, similar to the Final Fantasy treatment, just like Darkwing said, If it's a Zelda where I could turn my brain off and literally do all the things, because I play Ocarina of Time so much, and I pretty much know where everything is for the most part. If I can turn my brain off and play that game, I do not want it. I do not want to play that. That is not a new experience. It's not going to be fun. All the things that you could have corrected back in the day, you don't do it. You just give us a repackage with better visuals. I don't want that. I'll take the Mario game. But if Ocarina of Time came out and they gave us that treatment, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not the biggest Mario fan. I do like me some Mario sometimes, but I don't have to have Mario this year. I don't have to have Mario next year. I don't even have to have Mario all the way into a Switch 3.
Oh Lord.
That's how
Dang,
much
wait a
I
minute.
don't.
That was slap.
That's how much I don't need Mario.
I was with you with the whole I don't have to have Mario right now this year, not even next year. When you said Switch 3, I felt offended like we shall not wait that long for that Mario.
I wouldn't. They not. That'd be crazy if they did. But I'm saying, me personally, I don't have to have it.
I got you.
So,
I'm with you.
But that's how I would answer that question.
Now, for me, the reason it's Zelda is for every reason that we said, but also, I'm gonna be honest, and I may be considered not a true Nintendo fan when I say this, but actually, Ocarina of Time was my introduction to the Zelda universe, and
Exposed.
yeah, exposed. Like, I never played Zelda. Okay, no, that's not true. I did play Zelda. Link's Awakening. Is it Link's Awakening? What's the second one?
Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
Oh well, no. You talking about Zelda 2?
Yeah. What was Zelda 2 called?
Yeah, I think that is Link. Is that Link's Awakening?
Link's Awakening. It was
Is that the one I'm trying to play now? I was trying to play on the Switch that I couldn't finish.
Because you start off 2D. You start off walking in the 2D world before you go into the open world. It starts off in like the castle, and I always remember that scene.
The Adventure of Link.
An Adventure of Link. That's the one. I played that one. I don't know. I didn't get into it. And I never really thought to even go back to it. I just like, that's not for me. And when Miyamoto started talking, I'll never forget it. I got to 64, and I remember Miyamoto talking about what he was trying to do with Ocarina of Time. And he showed it in the 3D world, and I was like, I gotta play this. I gotta see what this is about. And I remember going out to Target, and they had a kiosk with Zelda Ocarina of Time there. And I played it in that kiosk, and I knew, I could not wait. And that's when them games was like 80, 90. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Them games was like 80, 90, sometimes $100 for these these N64 games. And I bought with my own money that game. That was the first game I purchased myself, was Ocarina of Time. And absolutely fell in love with that game. So I want to go back because I only played through it once. And that's why I didn't play Majora's Mask, because I thought Majora's Mask was just going to be some leftover nothing burger, and I end up missing a great game in it. But I want to go back because I want to revisit these places. Like when you went into the dungeon and the basement of the castle, you was dealing with those, I don't even know if they're screechers or whatever they was called. Like,
I know what you're talking about. The screen. And
the screen,
freeze
yeah.
for a minute.
Like, and you free. Like, Ocarina of Time has some dark aspects to it. It has a lot. And it had a really strong, heavy theme. The princess getting kidnapped. And you see him Ganon snatching her off and running off on a horse, and Link looking up. And I'm like, man, I can go back to all this all day long. So long as they do the visuals up right, they give some what they call improvements, some what they call that?
Quality of life.
Quality of life improvements to modernize the controls. Like, that's why I said Resident Evil 4, because when they did all that for Resident Evil 4 remake, that was almost like a brand new game. man, I mean, I didn't even want to play it at first. I'm like, I played Resident Evil. Man, I'm glad I played that game. Man, Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, great game. So if they do it like that and kind of address some of the stuff, keep talking, man, forget Mario, Zelda, Ocarina time. All day, every day. That's what I want. So what the comment section saying? Oh, Ocarina Time is a lot of people's first. Oh, thank you, Nia, for making me feel like I'm not a fake Nintendo fan like I've been called all the time.
Right?
Yo, I know you finna read some more, but dude, I hate that a lot of people missed out on Majora's Mask. Like A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time are so similar. Just one is in 2D and one is in 3D. But the aspects of what you do in those games are very similar. Majora's Mask, none of that. There's not even Ganon's not even in the game. And it's just Zelda elements. There's the Zora, the Goron, they're in the game. The what do you call the folks? The plant people. The Deku shrub.
Yeah.
All of that's in the game. And the game is so much darker. And if you you got the little time loop or whatever, and if you don't complete it in the right amount of time, everybody dies because the moon hits that city or whatever.
Spoiler, dang, bro.
I mean, that's everybody should know that. There's a story in the game. There's a story in the game. You don't even have to play the game to know that. But there's a storyline in the game where you get this couple together and you got to kind of do it within a certain time frame. And then they go off and become a couple. And then it's got these kids that, man, that game, Majora's Mask, man, absolute classic. Absolutely. It's a dark game, though. It's a dark game because each time you get one of those masks, if I vaguely remember this, it's because somebody died. So you're wearing the dead soul of somebody's mask of their
Yeah, if they remade Majora's Mask, I tried to play it on Nintendo in the I think they got Majora's Mask in as one of the games you could play on the what is that?
The 3DS?
On the online thing?
Yeah, the online thing. I can't think.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to play it, man. It was so ugly, bro. I was like,
It's a heavy game too.
Yeah,
I could only play Majora's Mask once.
That
game
that
is
heavy?
heavy. It's heavy,
Okay.
bro.
Well, they like I said, them two. I play these two. I don't want. I'm done with Wind Waker. I think Wind Waker. I don't think you can do much else to really improve Wind Waker beyond what it is. I don't want Twilight Princess. Skyward Sword would have been cool had they actually remade it and not just remastered it. I think Skyward Sword can use a remake, but I think it's this one, man.
Yep.
I think they need to do either they need to do Ocarina Time and then they can double back and do Majora's Mask. But we need to get back on this arc. There's so much stuff that happened in this game, man. That so many aspects. Going to the city for the first time, going into the castle, like when you had to move them guardians, you had to go sneak past them guardians. Like it's a lot in this game, man, that they need to bring back, man. They need to do this over.
It looks like a lot of reading.
Well, and then too, that's why we said, well, at least I said that they need to voice act it like Final Fantasy VII and all that. I don't want to read either, not that much. But yeah, they need to bring this back, man. I think this is the 3DS version that they remastered. It looks better than the 64 version. But yeah, they need to bring this back, bro. All day long. But anyway.
Yeah, you're right, K-Bun. If I gotta read and that's the game you want to give me, I'm good.
Yeah, I ain't
Not saying I don't want to read, but at this point, we've already had voice acting in Zelda. There's no reason not to do it again. Especially for a beloved game that you already know people like.
Yeah. Because I want to get back on that boomerang. Boy, the boomerang, when I first got the boomerang, man, I was like, bro, this feels so good. And the lock-on system, everything was a first. So, yeah, they got to do it right, man. They got to do it right. And It gotta be graphical. It gotta be more closer to realistic than I would say a blend between realism and artistic. All that, man. It got to be good. But anyway, any other thoughts?
I don't got nothing to add in that conversation.
He said Link had 5 girls in that game. Comic Book Crunch.
Man,
Link was
Sora.
a player. He was a player.
Yeah, Zelda. He had the I can't remember the girl from the Zora.
Yeah, the Zora girl.
Yeah.
So he got the Zora girl in Breath of the Wild, boy. She was like,
Is that the black one?
No, Mifa. He talking about Mifa.
yeah, me.
Okay.
She was like, I've given my heart to you. I'm like, he ain't studying you, girl. go be
It's
with
getting
another.
fishy.
Let him go.
I was telling Nia, I was like,
y'all no more.
I was telling Nia, I was like, I bet Zora the man stinks, boy.
It probably
Like if you could just like, ugh, I don't want to be over here. Can we hurry up?
So any
Good Lord.
let me see. Still on 99 Metacritic. I don't know. What is the Metacritic score for Zelda Ocarina of Time?
99.
Dang. Is that the highest rated game of all time?
I don't think so. I think there's a Metal Gear Solid, I think, that's up there with it. Hold on, let's see.
Dang, boy, we getting the Clippers kicking our behind. Oh, Jesus, man. Hurry up and get back. Austin Reeves.
Everybody got to play defense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Luka don't play none and LeBron can't. I don't know what's going on.
So you got The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with a 99, Soul Calibur 2 with a 98, Grand Theft Auto 4. It was a good game.
It was good.
Soul
But it
Calibur.
wasn't better
No,
than the first
I'm
one.
sorry. Soul Calibur. You're right. Soul Calibur. I read the
I was
wrong.
gonna say, the first one was better than the second one.
Grand Theft Auto 4 at number 3. Now I'm shocked. Super Mario Galaxy at number 4. Super Mario Galaxy 2 at number 5. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at number 6. Perfect Dark at number 7 with a 97. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 at 90 with a 97. Red Dead Redemption 2 at a 97. Grand Theft Auto 5 with a 97. Metroid Prime with a 97. Grand Theft Auto 3 with a 97. I guess you could all of these.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done reading.
All right.
Super Mario Odyssey with a 97. I'm done. It's a lot of Nintendo games.
I do think Ocarina of Time is 99. It was dang near perfect. For its time, Ocarina of Time was dang near perfect. The desert scene when you had to walk into the desert and follow, I forgot what you had to do, but you had to follow.
You have to get that eye.
Yeah,
that eye
you
that,
could.
you
Man,
can see.
that game had some stuff in it, man. Oh my God! And I was so mad because my youngest brother beat the sand area before I got. He took over my game, and he beat the sand. I got to the castle. I found it. And before I got back, he beat the castle. I never really played through the castle. I got to where the ship flies, and that was so dope. When you get to the ship that flies and it's floating on nothing, and you got to ride it too. And Ocarina of Time was that game, man.
I think that was the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, the Spirit Temple in the desert, and the Sun Temple.
Oh
not
no,
the
no,
Spirit
no,
Temple, the Sun Temple.
Yeah, we had to get the mirror shield.
Yeah, you had to get the mirror. And then you had to go to the upside down, I don't know what you call that, but where you had to go where Ganon, Future had tore everything up, and you had to keep going back to the past and to the future. Man, that Ocarina of Time was dope, man. I don't care. Ocarina of Time deserves a remake. That's a masterpiece. That's one game I could say was a masterpiece of a game. Breath of the Wild is better outside of the final boss, but Ocarina of Time is a masterpiece. And I would love to play through that again. But that's all we got for tonight. We gonna sign out. Like I said, if you get a chance, go check out my video. They say the Switch is in trouble. An angry vigilante responds response. Check that out. Give me your thoughts. If my breakdown was good. Yeah, they cried because the numbers came out. I'll tell you why they cried. And I wish this would have came out earlier, but the sales came out. And lo and behold, the Switch 2 outsold PlayStation 5 for December, and it's still the #1 selling system in America currently, and still the fastest selling system.
Was that worldwide?
Worldwide. So all that the Switch 2 was in trouble was nonsense, man. It never was a thing. I don't even know why they. It's all you got to do, and I got mad love from Angel Vigilante. I do. I really do like Angel Vigilante. Now that's kind of weird, but I do. I think he's cool dude. But just go to their channels and you see where their views are at. All their views come from Next to Nintendo News. Him, the 10 Den, and all of them. And I'm like, bro, it's in the writing, bro. Anyway. But anyway, go ahead and sign out, Mr. Norris. The floor is yours.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely go check out Rebel's videos. Really good. I watched it a little bit before the podcast. Also, since we here, I also want to shout out to where he at in the comments section. Dark Star. Where he? I can't even find. He was up there. Yeah, Dark Star. He just put out a video. I hadn't seen his yet though. But he's been pumping out a lot of good content. And I anticipate a response. And it better be good. It better take some time, and it better not be feelings and emotions and just come with the facts, man. Come with the facts, man. But everybody, I don't know if y'all are gonna have some bad weather that's coming up, but I know we're getting ready to go through some. They're saying it's probably gonna be really bad with ice. Mixed in with snow.
Yeah, it's gonna be even worse down there. Driving.
Yeah. So just keep us in your prayers, man, and I appreciate that. I've been stockpiling food and just trying to make sure we're gonna be good. But yeah, man, I look forward to getting through that, and coming back, and possibly, and I heard you say this earlier, but possibly I might go ahead and get Final Fantasy, but I'll save all that.
Final Fantasy. I made my mind up. I'm getting it, but I gotta learn how to play it. But I'm gonna get it. It's a ball game. Probably tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go ahead and go school. For $40, yeah, I'm getting it.
Is it out?
It's out. It is out.
27. So it is out.
But yeah, man, K-Bun, go ahead, bro.
I thought you were talking about getting Zelda. Yeah, no problem, man. It's K-Bun Tuning. I enjoyed the podcast today. Had some good topics, man. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed the conversation today. Look forward to the next time we meet, and definitely you guys stay safe out there, especially if you guys gonna be out there where that storm is hitting. Please keep yourself safe. Stay off the roads if you can. If you can't, just be safe and careful. Drive slow. Take your time. Be blessed. Pray to the Lord. And just take care of yourself out there, man. I want to see everybody back here next week where we can get some more topics, get some more games in this new year. I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good year. I feel really good this year for myself, and I hope it's the same for gaming.
Up there, so I'll be out in it. I wish I could stay at home, but this was a good cast, man. Enjoyed it. Good topics, good discussion. Shouts out to everyone that was in the comment section. Nia, Darkwing, Comic Book Crunch being the first one. Chariot Man, Yo Boy Man, Alexander, Alan Steed. Who else is in here? Darkwing, Dark Star, give him a shout out. The one was in here as well. But anyway, Angry Vigilante, go check out what I said to you, bro. I need to hear you. See what you're gonna say back in return. But anyway, it was a good show tonight. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Till then, please stay safe. You've been in the eye of this storm, the eye of this storm. It's stretching pretty much a good way from Texas all the way up, going through New York and other areas. So just pray for those that you see that might be impacted by that. And prayerfully we'll be back next week, same time, same place. And then y'all be safe. Deuces. Peace.
But we got smacked. But we got smacked. But we got smacked. But we got smashed, bro.